It's the Krisha and Frank Show. Hi, happy Tuesday.
Hi.
We had to, it felt like we ended abruptly yesterday, and we'll get to that in a moment, but we
Yes.
didn't. We filled up the whole
We
time
did.
slot.
Yeah.
We did fine. But we are on all the audio podcasting apps, and we're on your YouTube, so please do subscribe to us on the YouTube.
Yeah, give us a little subscribe. It helps us. It helps you.
And I know from looking at the statistics that 80% of our viewers have already subscribed. So I
Yes.
realize I'm talking to the 20% minority. However, if I do talk to the larger group for a moment, if you are one of the 80% viewing who has subscribed, first of all, thank you. You're awesome. But maybe you could do me a little favor. No one's talking to me anymore about this.
You've exhausted all friendship and even acquaintance options.
Right. And
I
I know.
am not on the socials, so I'm not pushing it at all.
And I know, I mean, like I said, I think we've hit a wall because I've got, 450 YouTube subscribers, but we have 900 Facebook likes.
Yes.
And I have 2,000 Facebook friends.
And can we thank Dan Goss, because he shares our stuff all the time.
And Tanya Cinnamon.
And Tanya, and thank you to Brian Hornback. And I know that you've been telling me what's going on the socials, and so thank you.
Yeah, we do appreciate those shares, but also you can literally text it to a friend and say, hey, this is something I enjoy. Like our friend Bruce, I think he still might watch this while he's having lunch.
Hi, Bruce.
You could text it to someone, Bruce, and say, hey, this is how I do my lunch half hour.
Oh, you could text it to our old bosses. No, don't do that.
I don't know if they even know that we have this.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean,
are you kidding me?
Do they stalk me on social that closely?
I'm not saying that
Why would
anybody.
they care?
I'm not saying that anybody has to stalk anybody on any social media thing, but I promise you, yeah. I don't think people care, but I do think that people care more than we think they do.
If you used to employ us, then you should go to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank. And in fact, you should go yell at your sales department, because how am I selling more ads than them? It doesn't make sense.
Jesus.
What? Should I cut that part out?
No,
it was a joke.
Absolutely
It was
not.
just a joke.
God, I hope Bruce is still watching. I miss you, Bruce.
He
I
just
hope
had to
you're
turn
well.
up the volume
He's
real
like,
quick.
"Whoa."
He pulls it.
Jesus.
Oh, we might get fired. Oh, no, wait, we can't get
No.
fired. That's the beauty of it.
No.
So, so audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank is where you can listen to this on Audible Pod, as well as all of the other fabulous audio entertainment. And so when you go to that website, as you see on the screen, you get a free 30-day trial. You get a free download to keep forever. And then at the end of the 30 days, you decide. It's up to you.
Yeah. No commitment.
You have to cancel. No. I think you actively have to say stop.
Yes, you do.
Otherwise, it'll automatically roll over.
You can do what I do when I sign up for subscriptions like HBO or Showtime. If I sign up through your Amazon, so let's say you get a 2-week free trial for whatever.
Yeah.
When you sign up for the subscription, you can automatically go cancel the subscription, but it doesn't cancel your trial.
Oh, okay.
So I do that. I learned
That's
that
through
lesson.
Amazon overall. So
Amazon through your phone.
And Amazon owns Audible. So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Yesterday we cut the episode. I'm sorry, I don't know how that happened. That was a lot of time about nothing. But at the end of yesterday's episode, you got an emergency phone call
from my kid's school.
From your kid's school,
on
and
a
it
holiday.
seemed odd to me that they would call you on a national holiday.
Well, I figured out why.
Why?
Here's the voicemail they left me.
Before your vehicle reaches a certain mileage. Don't make the costly mistake in driving your vehicle without it. Press 1 now to speak to a warranty specialist and ask about our 0% financing.
Why is your
Press
kid's
3
school?
to close your warranty coverage and
First of all, why is your kid's school not interested in student loans? And secondly, why is your kid's school interested in your car's warranty?
Well, first of all, my car doesn't have a warranty. It's a 2003 Ford Focus.
Your car barely has.
My car doesn't have a warranty to make it out of the driveway.
Do the windows work at
No,
least?
only on one side.
Okay.
I mean, if I take the pliers and I can roll down the window and I can roll up the window with the pliers.
It's a lot of trouble. This time of year, you don't want to deal with it.
My kids laugh at me when we go through a drive-through and I open the door like, Mom, it's so embarrassing. I'm like, I really don't care. I could care less.
Right. Because, I mean, seriously, if you were a kid who had a car, you would drive that, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, nowadays, I know.
My 16-year-old's like, Mom, when are you going to get a new car? Can I have your car when you get a new car? I'm like, it's so embarrassing.
You sound like one of my relatives. Like my wife. Can I have your car when you get a new car? Can I have your car?
Speaking of, but
go ahead, finish.
No, so you know how these like scam people, they pimp numbers. They just go and they take phone numbers from wherever.
Wow.
They've apparently gotten a hold of my kid's school system. They don't go to Knox County schools. My kid's school system's phone, and it.
You used to have Apple phone.
Yeah.
Now you have Droid.
I do.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not criticizing, but I'm saying I read and watched some YouTube video about Apple iPhones, that there's a setting where you can make it so that any unknown caller, whether they are trying to reach you or they're a scammer,
Right.
never rings. They just go right to voicemail. So I have that turned on.
I have that turned on.
But that came... because it was not an unknown number to you.
It's not an unknown number.
Right.
Because that's how they get you now. So... warranty people, be gone.
That's awful.
Yeah, it really stinks. But it's okay.
Right,
no, speaking of cars.
Cars, hello.
When I got here today.
Yes.
And when I got here yesterday.
Yesterday's a national holiday, so.
And when I got here. No, not yesterday. Yeah. But anyway, anytime that I've been here.
Recently, you've gotten here and my car's missing.
Your car is not here.
Yeah.
And Jerry's driving your car.
How do you know?
Because Jerry's not here.
Right. She says she's used to ask.
And
she asked a couple of days. She said, "Do you mind if I take your car to work?"
Well, I've noticed consistently that when Jere goes places, she takes your car.
Well, she's supposed to not take it one day this week so that I can go get the oil changed.
Okay. But she'll probably forget because now she drives your car.
Yeah. She hooked up her phone to the Apple CarPlay. Oh. She's got her own set of apps that go, now the Apple CarPlay can handle.
So she likes your car better than her car.
Yeah.
And so she is effectively, since you are unemployed and don't go anywhere, she has stolen your car.
Yeah, I can sell I can sell podcast commercials from here.
Right.
I don't have to go anywhere to do that.
So she has stolen your car.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I've told her that we need to buy her a new car, and she's like, "Well, you need to get a job." And that's the end of the conversation.
Yep.
But
we need to get you a new car. You need a job.
But we've had her car long enough that her car loan is paid off. And I mean, naturally paid off. It's been however long. We bought it used, and it's been 5 years, I guess. So her loan is paid off. And I said, well, why don't we just get you a different car that you like? We have this mechanic that we love.
What if she took your car and you get a new car that you like?
Well, here's the way it would actually work out: is I would get my old car back, and she would get the newer car. That's what will really happen. If we make enough money that we can afford to buy another car,
right.
She'll get the
new car.
Well, the different car. I assume it'll be newer than mine. Why would I buy one older than mine? It doesn't make any sense. But she'll get the car that she wants, and I'll go back to my little Sport Fit.
It's a great car.
It's a great car. I love it too.
I really love that car.
And the reason I bought it is the mechanics that I have only work on Hondas and Toyotas, and there's not there. I told you my NPR listening mechanic snobs, whom I love dearly, they only work on those two kinds of cars. So I told Jerry, I said, you got to get back in the Honda Toyota family, because these guys are better than. Why would you? It's around the neck to take it to the dealership for maintenance.
Yeah, and
they always find things that are wrong that aren't really wrong.
The only time you should ever go back to the dealership is if there's a recall.
Yeah.
To
trade it in.
I'm in progress of. That's my next purchase is a new car. Like not a new car, but
but a replacement car, because you got this one really as a hand-me-down, right?
Yes.
Did you get it? It was given to you because it was no longer needed by the owner.
Correct. And technically, the owner wants it back when I'm done with it.
Why?
I don't know.
I'll just give it to him. It's easier than fighting him on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I
made it sound like it was a legal thing. No, he's just a friend who had an extra car.
He's a friend who had a car sitting in his yard.
He was a former coworker who had an extra car, right?
And it was sitting in his yard, and it the tires were rotten, and it didn't run.
So you fixed it up.
And I spent $600, now $900 fixing it.
Well, you should spend $910 and get the windshield wiper fixed. What? You didn't get the windshield wipers done yet?
I don't know. I haven't left here yet.
You need to get the windshield wipers done.
I've been here all day. By now, I may have.
So...
I don't know what I'm doing.
So what I'm understanding is if we were to take a road trip.
I'm probably already been here since this. I've been back.
For omelets. If we're getting a little punchy. So let's do the commercial.
Yeah.
Because if we were to take a road trip, if you and I decided that we were going to go...
Can we take your car?
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to take yours.
God, no. We can barely take mine downtown.
And we probably wouldn't take Jere's. So therefore, by default, I think we'd be riding up to visit the horses in my car.
Middlesburg Farm.
Middleburg.
Middlesburg?
Yeah.
I added an S.
You're thinking,
Middleburg.
there's a lot of middles, because you're thinking of Middlesboro.
I am.
And you also want to think of Middlebrook. So don't think of those.
No. Yes. Middleburg.
Middleburg, Virginia. One of the cool things about Middleburg, Virginia is it's called Hunt Country.
Ooh.
And it's where they would go fox hunting in the old days.
Oh, I like foxes. Don't kill them.
And I don't think they really do it anymore. They just call it that because everything is fox this and fox that.
Right.
Fox Chase Farm is where the Middleburg Barn is. Mm-hmm. And it's a wonderful venue for weddings or if you want to do a destination wedding, actually you could stay on the property and have everything there.
That'd be so beautiful, like a fall or spring, like mid-spring.
We also know that we have friends and family in the Virginia, Maryland area. I'm at Middleburg, Virginia, 40 miles outside D.C. It's only about a 10-minute ride from Dulles Airport. Well, it's where JFK used to go for the weekends.
Oh, I didn't know that.
To Middleburg. Yeah, so when you go to the church in Middleburg, St. Stephen's, I think, there's a pew that they have a plaque because actually, this is kind of a little tragic. The Sunday before he died, he and Jackie sat in the pew because that's
cool,
where they would
though.
go. They would go there for a weekend getaway.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of famous people who live and horsey people. Who live in Middleburg, including some, I think the one guy I'm thinking of who's a former Olympic jumper. I think he passed away because he was like 100 years old or something like that. 90 years old, but anyway. So they would. It's amazing to go there and go. Maureen, who runs the Middleburg Barn, took me around to see some other horse farms, and the place is beautiful. They built it with no nails. Can you imagine?
And I love that she describes it as rustic luxury, and I think that's
accurate.
It's just look at it. Just look up the website and just look at how gorgeous it is.
Splash a couple of pictures on here, so you get an idea what we're talking about with the Swarov. I can't say.
Swarov.
This is the new realtor for me.
Oh no!
How do you say Swarovski? Swarovski. Maybe if I did it in a Russian accent.
Like, okay,
Swarovski
keep
crystal.
commercialing.
Crystal Swarovski. And also, because they're up to date and everything's up to date in Middleburg City, they got the disinfectant lights, the ultraviolet lights in their HVAC system that cleans the air. The Blue Ridge Mountains, which are part of the Appalachians, although I think they might call them Appalachian up that far north. But anyway, the Blue Ridge Mountains are gorgeous, like the Smoky Mountains. And you can see that. And you can spread out. You don't even have to be inside the barn. They've got these verandas, so if it's a nice weather, you can just kind of spill outside. And when you rent it for a wedding, there's no other
private party.
They don't double book. There's no other event for the day. You get it from noon to midnight. It's really nice.
That'd be I would really like to go and experience.
We could just go there just to get some good footage. I think it'd be fun.
For you.
What?
How do you go about pronouncing it in English? Swarovski.
Swarovski.
Ski.
Swarovski.
Pretty straightforward once you know.
Swarovski.
All right.
Well, that's the crystal chandelier, which is the part I'm not as excited about because I like the wood. I'm excited about the way she's got the barn held together.
Right, it's no nails.
With the old-fashioned method.
But yeah, go check it out at, you have to say it because I don't have my glasses on.
TheMiddleburgBarn.com.
Right there.
Or call area code 540-687-5255.
And we're so excited to have
Tell Maureen we told you.
We're so excited to have her sponsoring the podcast.
Maureen's been a friend of mine. Actually, I hired her for a radio job a very long time ago. And then she went and worked in NPR for a little while. And anyway, she and I have known each other forever. So
Yeah. I'm glad that I'm back home
after your dog sitting.
I had an adventure.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I dog sit and house sit quite frequently for several different people.
Oh,
but,
I always thought it was the same guys over and over again.
It for the most part it is, but I have also dog and house sat for teachers, some like Knox County school teachers.
Okay, so this is what you do if you have a dog. Because one of the reasons I never would have a dog is I'm like, well, what is it? It's just, what are you going to do when you're not there?
Right.
It's too much trouble.
Well, there's Jack Dog, who this is Jack Dog.
Aww.
I call him my boyfriend dog.
So he's like a golden
He's
lab.
He's got some lab. I think he's got some chow. He's a little.
He looks a little bit like my sister's dog.
He's great big old. He's my boyfriend. That's what I call him. He's my boyfriend. And as you can see,
he's large.
Look at how he's laying on me.
Does it hurt?
No, he gives the best snugs. And so I take care of Jack, and Jack Dog is the best. And I also take care of Sophie. Sophie smells so bad. Sophie has.
Is that her full name?
No. No, Sophie, she doesn't smell it. She's the sweetest little old dog, but she's got the toots.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, my sister found the AKC registration papers for whatever reason that I decided to register the dog that we had when I was in high school. And it's, Murphy's Lady Pandora.
Oh, well,
so
very fancy.
Sophie Smells So Bad would be like a good name.
No, she does. Honestly, she doesn't smell that badly, but she's got the toots. And
what do you feed her?
It's just regular food. I used to have a dog. Actually, the dog that James still has, Polly, she had terrible farts. Ooh,
well, then you need to change the dog's diet.
But you know what worked for Polly?
What?
Raw pumpkin. Just putting pumpkin in her food.
But you can only get that certain times of the year.
No, you can get that all times of the year.
Raw pumpkin.
Raw pumpkin.
From where?
You can get it at Kroger. You can get it at the Food City.
No.
Yep.
I had no idea.
You can get cans of raw pumpkin.
Well, but... Oh, okay. I thought you meant... Yes, that I was aware. I thought you were talking about, like, actual chunks of fresh pumpkin like you from Halloween.
No, I'm talking about, like... But it's got to be the raw pumpkin. It can't be, like, pumpkin pie filling. It's got to be just pumpkin.
Okay. I guess I immediately assumed that all canned pumpkin was pumpkin pie filling.
It is not.
All right.
Yeah. So, but that helped.
What do you do? I mean, other than feed it to your dog, what would be a practical use for canned pumpkin?
I don't know.
Sounds like the dogs next door need to get some canned
I was
pumpkin.
going to say.
I don't know if you can. I hope you can't hear them. But those are the new neighbors with their dogs.
I don't know. I don't know. I just like pie.
There must be a recipe for pumpkin other than pumpkin pie.
I'm sure.
Like, but what is it?
You got me. The only thing I've ever had pumpkin. Well, no, I've had like.
I'll Google it.
In stuffing sometimes, like
raw.
Not stuffing, but dressing. You can put pumpkin. But I'm more of a sweet
homemade
potato.
Pumpkin puree. That's not a recipe.
Right, but what are you gonna do with homemade pumpkin puree?
Yeah, that's not a recipe. That's just grinding up.
Fresh pumpkin, 64 best pumpkin recipes.
But see, then this one looks like what my wife would make, where you make rice inside the pumpkin.
But let me see the 64 best pumpkin recipes.
All right, I'm gonna open it in an incognito window. Oh no, I missed out. I was gonna open it in
So
an
it doesn't get
incognito
you.
window so I don't have to deal with it.
Recipes to delight your family all fall long. Excuse me. Ooh,
Those are
deviled eggs. Get out of here. Don't you muck up my deviled eggs with your pumpkin.
I got really mad about pumpkin. I got so mad.
So pissed.
I had to bleep myself.
You did. You had to edit yourself out of our podcast because you got so upset about pumpkin.
So upset.
We gotta get out of here.
I'm the worst. No,
If you have a recipe for something that you would use,
mummy pumpkin
puree-
hand pies.
No.
Pumpkin
Puree-
beef and black bean chili. So you're just chopping it, you're just throwing the chunks
Right.
into a chili. These aren't really recipes. These are just
Just
adding pumpkin.
add pumpkin.
Wait, did you have the glasses on the whole show?
No, I just put them on so I could see.
Okay. Here.
I'm out of context, so
Out of context?
yes, I'm out of context.
All right.
Harvest pumpkin soup. Okay, there it is.
There you have
pumpkin
it.
soup.
Finally, a recipe.
You're welcome.
All right.
One click.
But you don't eat that in the summer, do you?
No, it said all fall long.
But see, I'm talking about your dog with the toots that you're going to have to give.
We're so far past that.
All right.
We could have even edited that out. We don't know. We don't know when you started getting mad about pumpkin and when you came back. Oh, y'all.
Behind the scenes would be a good show. All right.
Someday.
So thanks so much for doing the things.
Subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting.
I gotta get a picture of myself with the new microphone.
Yes, that's a real microphone. It's not just like a toy.
No, this is a real deal. But I have to send a picture to my friend who gave it to me.
Okay, here. We'll
move this one out of the way.
Bye.
Shh, don't listen.
Don't listen. Don't listen.
Here. Okay, what do you think? Hi. Hello.
Okay, now put it in front of you.
All right.
Okay.
Here now, the news. Okay.
Did you get a picture without me?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just my butt sticking up. Okay. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks a lot for watching, listening, subscribing. Tell a friend, and Toodles. I've made a mess.
Good
I'm going to have to edit all this out, too.
Son of a...